Lars-Erik from Stockholm again. Here is a short addendum to the first video showing in practice what it means to use Twitter lists in order to improve your situational awareness in the early minutes of the morning. In my case, it may seem very trivial to do it, but I still will do it because I think many of you might not have been into that routine. So what you have in front of you now is the entry screen for my Twitter account, where typically there is a lot of irrelevant material passing by in the screen constantly, since I have 41,000 people that I follow in my Twitter account as a courtesy to others. Of course, I can't go for that, so I have to reduce. So I've developed a number of lists over the last year where I basically go for people who are themselves looking for interesting material of the same type that I'm looking for. And then, of course, for some other important sources, whether I like them or not. So what I do is I click on Security Lundin, which is my account, and there you can see the lists. I've either created or subscribed to 23 lists so far. I click on the 23 and I go into the ones that I'm subscribed to, and I start with the key people. Key people is a list of people that I found extremely useful to follow. It's about 252 people at the moment, or institutes or other publisher of Twitter material. So I go and I click there, and then I go simply from the top. I know that there is now a deportation going on from Greece to Turkey. It's just started. So I want to add some German language material as well. So I retweet this article from Die Zeit in Germany, which is about the situation on Chios for the moment. I see that there are other tweets about the same issue. Here is a Project Syndicate article about literacy in the world, which will go very well into my Megatrends chapter, so I retweet that. More about migrants. The dilemma of policing in Arab states might be interesting to look into, so I retweet that. And there is the American election campaign, the ISIS war. And here we have a report from the crisis group on the flare-up in Nagorno-Karabakh. That is maybe a little bit more interesting to go into. So I click on the link, I come to the report, and I want to have that map into my tweet as well. So what I do is I go up to the top of the screen and I click on the Evernote item, where I have before made a screenshot from Nagorno-Karabakh in another tweet. I save that to Evernote. I go back there again and I click the screenshot icon, and I just simply take that into my screenshot archive here, and then I want to publish it under my own name to show that I find it is important. It's going to be the same type of tweet that Crisis Group itself has been publishing before, but with the difference that it will include also the picture. So here I have it, what's behind the flare-up in Nagorno-Karabakh. I go up again here and I simply drag down the picture into the tweet. I use a program called Hootsuite for this, which is installed as an application on my desktop, and it helps me to systematize my tweeting material over time, and also to help me to make these kind of personalized tweets. I will come back to Hootsuite in the later course, and also I would come back to Evernote, the way you can use an Evernote to clip material and to archive material and to plan your work. But for the moment I just post this tweet and it goes out immediately on the Twitter flow, and we can go into Twitter again to see what that means. I go to my own feed here, and I have a pinned tweet, which means that I have a Twitter message with a picture about my e-learning light courses on top of my flow, but otherwise the next one comes immediately here. So you can see that it's now much more interesting than just putting out the tweet without an illustration. Now you can see the map immediately here. So in this way I continue down the list and add different tweets to my retweeting list, and then in the end I will have a number of tweets for the day, which looks like this. Here back to my Twitter flow, you see what I did retweet before, and here is one about the deportation where I also included the picture, etc. And in the end of the morning, once I've done all of this, I can see what then merits inclusion into my website itself. So Nagorno-Karabakh has to do with the Caucasus. I think I want to embed that tweet. I right click I click this 3 dots here, and I do like this. I copy the HTML with code. I just close there, and then I go to my website. So this is my website program, and then I want to go to the page which deals with this area. So I go to the Southern Caucasus here. Here we have the Southern Caucasus page, which talks about situation there in the region, and I can then enter this embedded tweet. Just to see, as you see here, there is actually already a Twitter flow going on the situation in Southern Caucasus at the right side of the page, which is automatically updated. But I want to have this on top so that people can see it. So I go to, this case, in this software, you might have a different software. I have Weebly, and again I will come back to this in a later course, how to develop your website. I just click and I drag this over to the top. I paste the HTML code into the text on the top here, And when I refresh the page, I will go into the mobile version of the you can then see that the tweet is nicely embedded into the website already. And then I publish it, so one can see that this item will be included into my website. So this concludes this short presentation of what it means to use Twitter lists to update your security awareness, and at the same time to get some material for your website.